Hopefully I can. Why did I let me videotape sideways? See how I got everything set up, y'all? This is how it's meant to be videotaped. And they're like, rotate your device. Y'all can't see it, but YouTube's telling me I gotta turn my camera back in the other position. So if I turn it, you don't see everything. Like, this is stupid. This is why I have not been doing lives. Because YouTube is stupid. Like, I set up these piles and then I can't show them all. They're like, turn your device. I don't understand why I can't. Why can't I have this at an angle? Alright, we're gonna do this. Bear with me. You just gotta see my feet for a sec. Okay. If I could fool YouTube into thinking my camera is not crooked. Because how can they tell if it's sideways? Alright. There we go. Okay, welcome y'all to the lunar reading. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. I don't care. Oh. Alrighty. I'm like, oh, the lives always kill me because I'm trying to always get things to look the way I want them to look. And I don't know how YouTube can tell me turn my camera sideways. That's just weird. Anyway, welcome. This is going to be quite a long one. Let me, well, not long, hopefully. Let me turn this music off before they flag me for that too. They just look for any reason to come for me. Okay. Now, there's a lot of noise going on in my house. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy. Why would that make more light? I just pulled my shade down. Okay, there we go. So yeah, someone's cleaning up and washing down the bathroom, and my space is right next to the bathroom. So I'm like, I hear them banging into the wall with the mop and everything. Anyway, welcome. Now let me do my wave. All right, welcome to Get Into It with Amina. This is the monthly lunar read for the new moon in Scorpio and the eclipse in Scorpio. That is freaking amazing energy. Now, that's not really going down until tomorrow around 6 something in the morning, I believe it begins. However, we're in the vibration of it already. So I'm going to be on the road tomorrow, well, teaching tomorrow in Florida. Shout out to Florida. So I wanted to just do the reading today, so y'all could be prepared for the energy when it, really hits the fan tomorrow. So with that said, what I have set up here, now let me tell y'all, I've been getting hit from all angles, ancestors, lunar energy, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm going to start with is a general reading on this new moon in Scorpio for the tribe. So if you're drawn to this reading, this message is going to be for you. It's going to let you know exactly how you may be feeling and how to navigate this energy that's coming through with this new moon. Okay? Now, for those that don't know, really quickly, Scorpio energy is all about transformations and changes. So if things in your life feel like they've been like just really drastically changing, that's why. And the changes are always for the better and in response to where you've already been heading. So say, for example, you planted some seeds, you wanted to see them grow, and they haven't been really growing. but you've been putting in the work. You've been watering them. You've been making sure they get sunlight, giving them love, talking to them. But you don't really see nothing happening. Maybe you see a little something peeking above the soil, but you don't really see them growing. Now, in this energy, all of a sudden you're going to come outside and you'll see like a whole rose garden or a full tree or whatever, blooming, blossoming. This is a time of huge transformations that are coming in response to the things that you've been doing. So it's almost like karmic rewards coming in. And in other ways as well. If you have not been doing the work, then you're going to have huge tower moments and transformations that may make you be like, oh shit, I still got shit to learn. Excuse my language, but that's exactly the feeling you'll have is I missed something there. Okay. Now, if you've been feeling kind of lost in this energy, kind of emotional, easily brought to tears and things like that. Look, I'm still trying to turn it. YouTube should not on listen. Um, the reason why is because it's almost like a purge that's happening. A lot of things that you become accustomed to, things that are familiar to you, are literally going to be dying so that you can have a rebirth. Now, another thing with Scorpio energy that gets really high is sexual energy. You might be feeling very horny. Be careful of that energy because it could get you into trouble. Make sure you direct it accordingly. But it's a lot of karmic energy. So a lot of things that are going on are going to be related to karma and judgment. This is like judgment time. It's pretty much like everything you do coming back. Okay. So if you feel like you haven't been getting your just due, expect it now under this energy. So this is the read. We're going to look first at the new moon vibe and see how it's going to affect us for this week coming up. I'm going to go more in depth and personal with the new moon energy on my Patreon channel, patreon.com/anointed_egungun. But what you see here in the 4-card spread, the 4-pal spread, is ancestral messages. And when I say the ancestors had me up all night till I passed out to set this up, I'm not exaggerating. The messages seem to be based off of the transformation that the eclipse is bringing in your life. Messages you need to know about the eclipse specifically. Okay. So if you hear this new moon read and you feel a little bit like that was kind of vague, then go to Patreon. The eclipse read is a whole nother vibe. Now, I feel like the new moon vibration is going to last usually about 5, sometimes to 10 days, depending on how powerful the moon is. And with this eclipse happening, it's not a lunar eclipse, it's a solar eclipse. So it does give it a little bit of a boost in time. So I would say maybe the next 7 days, you might still be feeling this transformative energy, this drive to let things go, and this vibe where you just want to be reborn. You want to start fresh. You want a clean slate. Okay? So let's jump right into the lunar read. What is this new moon in Scorpio bringing in for the tribe? And then I'll see what the ancestors want to say after. As far as the eclipse is concerned. My extended readings include pick-a-pals, a little bit more insight. Sometimes I could give you an outlook for each day. A little bit more personalized, a little bit more in depth. This read is going to be very general, so please take what resonates and don't try to make things fit. If it doesn't fit, it's not for you. Okay. So, the first vibration that we can expect under this new moon's energy in this light tribe will be honoring your feelings. So you're going to feel pushed at this time to address how you really feel about things. And that water's sitting there calm. That means you've been kind of holding back feelings and emotions, and maybe not really saying everything you feel. First quarter moon in Pisces is the vibration, for those that really, really follow the lunar cycle closely. But you're going to be getting pushed at this time to really pay attention to how you really feel about things. Okay? No sugarcoating and no ignoring your feelings. What else we got? New moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. So, this new moon, and this is a new moon card, so this is even more vibrating highly the next few days, is learning to trust, to know that the divine's got you. Now, if you were drawn to this reading here, you're a part of my light tribe, so you're covered. And still we worry. Still we're like, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right things? Am I making the right choices? You're going to be forced to trust in the next few days. Why? Because things are going to be getting revealed, but in divine time. It's not going to be revealed in the speed that you want. Okay, so maybe there's answers you want and you feel like, I don't know, I don't see it. Everything's not being revealed. Why? Because you're being tested at this time to see, do you really trust? A lot of us, we talk about, yes, I trust in God and I have faith, but we don't really know what that means until shit hits the fan. Then it's like, I'm scared. I don't know. If I do this might happen. If I don't know which way this is going. I hope everything works out. You get tested and then you realize my faith is a little shaky. So you're being told to trust all as well, but at the same time honor how you feel. If you really feel worried, if you really feel a certain way, you're going to be pushed to really let that feeling out, let it go, let it die, and then reborn a new one. My way of doing that is the 4 deep grounding breaths. Just release these fears, these worries, these thoughts, whatever questions you got, emotions that may not be working for your benefit. Every exhale, let them go down into Mama Earth. She will transmute it into something positive. Okay. What else we got? Practice gratitude. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius energy. So yeah, it's still pushing all along the same lines of trusting all is well and being grateful for what you already have. So you will need to really focus on the things that are already great in your life. And I've been doing that with my 5-month program group. So we right on track. Look at the gifts that you have. Look at the things around you. Look at the fact that you woke up this morning. A lot of people did not wake up. Look at the fact that you woke up possibly in a bed where some people did not. So there's many things that you can be grateful for. We tend to focus on what we want. And if we don't see it, then we feel like we don't have anything to be grateful for. I want this new house. I need this new car. I need a better job. I don't see it. So what is there to be grateful for in my life? I'm struggling. But you do have things. You have the ability to read and go apply for jobs. You have the ability to search online for a house. Some people don't even have internet access. You have the ability to even contemplate getting a car because you could drive. Some people can't drive. So there are things to be grateful for, and you're going to be pushed to see and start really taking note of the things you have to be grateful for in your life. And push through any insecurity, first quarter moon in Cancer. So any self-doubt, this is not the time for that, my dears. No time to be feeling insecure, okay? And here's water coming right back. So we started with water and then ending with a water sign. It's just really being in your emotions. Maybe you're insecure, you won't get what you want, is what I'm hearing. There's a lot of insecurities when it comes to what it is you want. But do you realize that the more you focus on what you want, you're acknowledging you don't have it? So the universe is going to match that vibration. She don't got it. She's always, or he is always acknowledging that they don't got this in their life and they need this. So they're going to continue to match your vibration. You're in a vibration of lack, of need, of want. Then you're going to continue to be matched with things that will cause you to continue to reflect that. Now, once you start visualizing what you want as if you already have it in your life, then they have to match that vibration because now you're in a vibe of, I already got it. What's mine is already mine. I don't have to, sit, wonder, and hope. I already know what's coming in. And then that vibration gets matched with the energy of attraction. Whereas you're gonna, well, attracting in what you want rather than attracting in what you don't want because that's what you're focusing on, the fact that you don't have what you want. Hope that made sense. Bottom of the deck, more water. Wow, last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. So this is interesting to me because it almost looks like a storyline with the water cards. First, they're sitting here meditating, trying to get their feelings together. All right, how do I actually feel? It's time for me to start acknowledging how I truly feel. All right, expressing how I feel, honoring, not beating myself up because I feel a certain way. All right, I got that. Okay, but I'm a little insecure to share my feelings. Now she's standing up. So it's like I'm a little insecure about sharing these feelings right now. I still feel like I need to keep them inside. I don't know. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed by them. And because this society forces us all genders, to put up such a strong face, a strong front. There's no room for vulnerability a lot of times. It makes it very hard to be vulnerable and you're being pushed. You're going to be pushed to be vulnerable. And then you're in the water. Like, yes, freeing yourself under this huge moon energy, just breathing. Like, and that's how you'll feel once you push through your insecurities and you honor your feelings. You're going to feel like a huge breath of fresh air, like just woosah. Okay? What else we got coming in with this new moon energy? All right, this is my zodiac moon deck. This deck even has eclipses in it. So if you get eclipse, we get more eclipse energy, then just know that these transformations coming in are going to be huge and I want to say very quick, but I do feel like some of these changes are going to take time. Eclipses don't happen really fast. Like you don't look and the planets go right in front of each other and keep moving. It's usually something that it's like subtle, 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 then it's there, then it keeps moving. And that's what I feel like the vibration is going to be for this eclipse. So don't expect these changes to be really fast, but do expect to see the results of things you've been putting the work in for a long time. That you probably see the result very fast because it'll be good karma coming in. And karma's not on the same schedule as the moon. Okay? Karma comes in when divine timing is at play. When God is like, all right, now it's time for them or her or him to get their just due. They've passed the test, they've learned their lessons, they deserve it. Even though I put all those challenges in their way, they still kept going. Okay, give it to them. Then that's when you get the surprise. You planted little apple seeds and it wasn't growing, but now you have an apple tree. Okay, but you had to go through all this stuff because that could be overwhelming. You're used to gardening little seeds and little plants, and then all of a sudden you got a whole forest of trees. You might be like, "Oh my God, what do I? How do I take care of this? How do I do all of this?" And so that's why a lot of the times when we're rushing divine timing, the divine is like, "Yeah, on my time," because I'm not about to bless you with all this good stuff and then you mess it up, or you're overwhelmed and you burn out, or you run scared like, oh my God, it's too much success for me to handle. I'm still insecure. So you got to do the work first. All right, what else we got here? And first card out is an eclipse card. Eclipse in Sagittarius, success after a setback. So there's going to be some huge growth. This new moon is bringing in some huge growth. You are going to, and I literally just talked about planning something and it growing overnight. It's going to feel like that. Like things went from dark to bright out of nowhere. So be prepared in areas that you might have been feeling like, I don't know how this is going to go. With the Sagittarius energy, I feel like an archer, like someone who was taking aim at something for a long time. They finally let go of the bow and they're just trusting in God. They're trusting that they're going to hit their mark, and you're going to hit your mark. You might have felt set back. You might have felt like, oh, I don't have the job I want. I don't have the money I want. Whatever it is. But for some reason, you were able to fight off this lack energy, and now something is growing. You'll see. Another eclipse card. This is crazy. Eclipse in Taurus. A change of heart, reevaluation. So there may have been something you thought you always wanted. There may have been a goal that you had. You're going to be reevaluating things at this time. These next few days, you're going to be looking at career goals you might have had, relationship goals you might have had, friendships, partnerships, and you're going to start to really go, does that fit who I am now? Who I'm growing into? Does that fit? So, a lot of changes of heart. And don't worry when people are not happy with the change, because I feel that strong that a lot of times people, those of us in us light workers, you know what I'm saying, we're so worried about other people's feelings that we'll deal with stuff that ain't for us no more because we don't want to hurt somebody. We don't want to make people feel bad. You have to follow your heart. You have to do what's good for you. All right. Really, really, really reevaluate the things that you're doing and the purpose behind them, and make sure you're following your heart, because I do see a lot of you having a change of heart about something you thought was the way or for you. What else we got? Oh my God. Another eclipse card. Eclipse in Virgo. A lot of redoing. So after this little setback and you succeed and you see the growth in whatever it is you've been focused on, then you reevaluate things like, now that this is growing, I think I want to do this. Or now that this relationship is going this way, I think this is really what's meant for me, or whatever. Reorganization. Eclipse in Virgo. Choose duties and responsibilities carefully. So after you reevaluate, you're going to reorganize. Certain things just aren't going to fit the lifestyle that you seek anymore. They're not going to fit where you're growing to. And you're going to have to flip some things around and make them work for you. It all goes in the order of following your heart. Choose duties and responsibilities carefully, because you don't want to be the only one working hard. You don't want to be the only one carrying all the duties. You don't want to be overwhelmed and burnt out. And I keep hearing that. So there's a lot of you in the tribe who are burning the wick at both ends. I know I do it sometimes, so could just be my message. But if you're feeling that too, put it in the comments. Um, we got Sun in Leo. Yay, a time of celebration and success. So after you've had your little setback and then you succeed and you reevaluate and you reorganize, you're going to have joy. It's going to feel good. You're going to have a reason to celebrate. And this is in the next 7 to 10 days. Okay? Mark my words. You're going to have a time of celebration and success. Maybe some of you have been trying to find the job of your dreams, the home of your dreams, the relationship of your dreams. Maybe some partnerships I'm hearing too, like friends that really like their energy and your energy really mixes well. You're going to get that. It's coming. It's coming in. You're going to have a reason to really be happy. Bottom of the deck, what we don't see is Moon in Pisces. Follow your dreams. Wonder. So stay open to what it is you want. Follow your dreams, okay? If you are not following your dreams, you need to reevaluate. If something you're doing or someone you're doing is not a part of your vision for yourself, it's time for you to follow your dreams and reevaluate, reorganize. Also under that, I see personal growth happening. So self-esteem is going to get a boost. Moon in Taurus, know your worth. And I do feel like you're going to get visions in your dreams. You may find that you manifest very very, very quickly when you daydream what you want. Wow, the sun got really intense in here when I said that. So daydreams, well, yes. Okay, daydreams are very powerful for you guys. In fact, don't see it as something immature or childlike. Really see it as a way to manifest. You're calling in what it is you want. And I do feel at the same time there is a need for some childlike energy, some fun. Start to make some plans to do things that are just for fun. Not because you want to learn something, not because you want to make some money, not because somebody told you you need to do this, just because it puts you in a state of joy. Because when you're in a state of joy and happiness, you're not worried about stupid stuff. And when you're not worried about stupid stuff, you're in the receiving mode, which means you're open to call in everything that is meant for you. Okay. Okay. For an extended new moon in Scorpio reading, go to patreon.com/anointed_egungun. I don't know where I'm putting my cards. What am I doing? Okay. I'll put these behind. All right. So this part of the reading is more based on the eclipse energy, okay? The vibe that the eclipse is bringing in is going to be, I feel like it's going to be one where you are going to be pushed into the limelight. And I do feel like things are going to challenge you. You may feel, and I feel like they're temporary things. Like that last little question on the test. You ever see, like, when you were younger, you're doing a test and there's a bonus question. And you're like, oh, I thought I was finished. There's one more question, but it's a bonus. You get this right, you're straight. You ain't got no more questions. Your grade is good if you pass this. So I just feel like there's going to be that bonus question. Maybe there's something you purged and you let go of, and that person, that thing, that place may resurface again. Maybe, like, for example, even addictions. Maybe you haven't been doing something that you always do a lot and it wasn't really healthy for you. You're going to get tested. Let's see, you really finished with that? I'm going to put it in your vicinity and see how you handle that. That's your bonus. You pass that, you good. You good. Even relationships. Oh, this person hurt me. I've healed or I'm still healing from it. Oh, okay. Are you doing the healing? Let's bring this person back in. Let's see how you react. It's those bonus tests. Do you get scared? Do you take the bait? Do you give them another opportunity to hurt you again? Are you open to see if they're going to hurt you? I can't give you the answer there, but Spirit will be watching to see what you do, because it'll be up to you to follow your heart. That is the key, my light tribe, following your heart. It's the key when it even comes to things you do for a living. If you're doing something right now and you wake up every day and you're like, "Fuck, I don't want to do this," you are going to continue to go in and have that feeling. If you wake up every day and you're like, "All right, I'm excited to get started. I'm excited to get in to do what I have to do," you have to really feel that, because you ain't going to fool the universe. You ain't going to fool the divine. You have to really feel in your heart the things you affirm and the things you're doing and the people you're doing. And I have to keep saying that because Scorpio is a sexual sign. So a house, the 8th house, sexual, transformative, has a lot to do with death and rebirth. So you just don't want to fall into any dark energies. And with eclipses, that could bring shadows. And shadows are things that you might carry from past experiences that you haven't really shined the light on yet and dealt with. Okay, so hopefully you've been doing your shadow work. This reading here is going to tell you exactly what your ancestors want you to know as you maneuver your way through this shadow do, where you need to focus vibration of this eclipse from an emotional level. Okay. The new moon forecast will be a little bit more um, based on present. This is what's going on. This is where you're headed. Advice. This here is going to be straight up your ancestors just telling you this is how you handle this. Okay. This is what may be coming in. This is how you handle it. These are the words of wisdom you need to keep in mind. All right. So with that said, I know I rambled long enough. You have 4 pals. Each of them are ruled by a card. They did not I was gonna do crystals. I don't know if some of you need crystals or objects. I wasn't really drawn to use objects. They really wanted you to look at the card, and whatever you were drawn to is the one for you. So I will bring them up so you can see them. Divine order is pile number 1. Decision is pile number 2. Magdalene. I think Magdalene. Magdalene is pile number 3. And liberation is pile number 4. Okay. I want you to take a deep breath. Think about the words on the cards as well as the artwork and whichever one calls to you. Even if you're someone who goes by numbers, then do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these out the way because I don't want any other distractions from what is being read. And we're going to get right into it with Amina. Okay. Let me get these. That's 1, 2. This is a lot faster, right? When I pre-upload, the pals just move out the way at the blink of an eye. Okay. So I'm gonna rearrange this now. I'll make YouTube happy. Hope I'm not making you guys dizzy. Like, what the blood clot? She's turning it now. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so if you chose withdrawn, sorry about that, to pile 1. All right, I want you to know, surprise, surprise, it's more than 1 card under each pile. So the other card underneath divine order is prophet. Wow. These 2 top cards are your cards of advice. They are last in the reading, so I put them to the side. Alrighty. We start first with the tarot. So what is happening with you during this eclipse? 10 of Swords. Ace of Swords. I know some of you that don't want to be pregnant are like, oh my God. Okay. And lastly, 2 of Swords. A lot of swords. Okay. Wait, I put that upside down. Alrighty. Interesting. So what's happening with you, my pile number 1s, during this eclipse energy is that you are definitely going through a rebirth. You are 100% healing or have healed from past betrayals where you might have felt like, oh my God, all these knives are coming at me. All these people are, and it feels like people are throwing knives in my direction. and you have to dodge them, get out the way. Well, it's at a point now where it looks like they've all missed you, or they're all gone, they're out your way, and you're free of that. So you're going through a rebirth. This eclipse is bringing you a rebirth of letting go and healing from those who have wounded you. Okay, you're getting a whole fresh new start with people and energies that are truthful. So it's like a rebirth, literally being born anew. I'm also getting fertility though. Okay, so if you don't want to be pregnant, be honest with your partner. If you want to get your partner pregnant, be honest there too. That's what I'm hearing. Honesty, no trickery during this new moon. Sorry, and you're going through a complete rebirth where you went from people that were liars and deceitful to an energy that is going to be completely truthful, honest, and feel like a brand new world. Yeah. All right. There is a strength about you with this eclipse coming in. You're going to be very, what's the word? Self assured. When you have assessed the situation, you will have no problem making the choice. If there's a path that needs to be made and there's things in your way, you will have no problem knowing whether to continue to push forward and create a way or go a different way. That is the blessing of the elephants, that the elephant is the path maker. If there's anything in the way, the elephant's going to step on it and smash it down. It's going to be a path now. So anybody that once tried to block you, I would suggest they get in your way at this time. This eclipse is giving you a powerful energy where you are going to feel like you are able to make the choice very easily as to what to keep in your life, what to cut out your life, and which way to go. Okay. And that's your tarot. So let's see. Let's get some advice from the ancestors, some more insight. It's a few cards here. So we have Native Spirit, Great Mystery. So my dear Power Ones, there's a lot that they're not going to show you right off jump. And I often hate when I would get this card because I would be like, what? Great mystery? I came here so I would get out of the mystery. I want to know. I need some answers here. Like, what do you mean great mystery? But what great mystery means is that it's time for you to have faith. And what the new moon reading said, trust that all is well, even when you have doubts. That's the energy of the elephant. The elephant's not moving forward going, I don't know if I push forward through these trees, am I gonna fall off a cliff on the other end? The elephant trusts that as it's moving forward, it's gonna be good. It's straight. It's taken care of. So right now you're being asked to believe. You've planted your seeds. Now allow the Creator to do the rest. Even if you can't see into the future, have faith that the path will be illuminated and go forward. Okay? Okay, they want me to stress that. All right. So just know that just because you don't see the things happening, it's happening. All right? Keep moving forward. Alrighty. Your next card. You have Stargazer. Set your sights higher. So your ancestors feel like, okay, you set these dreams, you got these goals, they're about to manifest, you just don't see it yet. Now on to the next one. There are bigger things you're supposed to be doing, my Power Ones. Bigger things. And I do feel like this Ace of Swords here is like giving birth to something new, something that is going to open people's minds up. I keep hearing honesty, truth, the real. I feel like you as a stargazer, may even be a starseed, you see things differently from how other people see them. You're not someone who just takes what is the status quo and go with it. You tend to look for your own answers. So they're telling you at this time that the impossible is possible. All right? Just No, you're like right there. You're on the threshold, on the verge of a miracle. All of your dreams and aspirations are within your grasp. You're being guided literally to focus on your vision. All right. So you have angelic energy around you, encouraging you at this time. This like this card is so amazing because it's really telling you there's nothing at this time that you cannot have or achieve. There's even opportunities right now to heal any old wounds, anything that might be still here from this Ten of Swords energy, where you went through a lot of betrayals, a lot of backstabs, a lot of issues that repeated themselves, because that can make you fearful when you're going through stuff that repeatedly happen. Oh, they doodled on me. I'm cool with them again. We made up. They doodled on me again. Oh, but I really got love for them. I'm going to try to make this work. Oh, man, they did it again. So when you get into that flow, sometimes it's hard to just, let that go and not be able to think it's going to happen to me again with other people too. They're telling you now it's done. And when you feel like that, let it go to God. Send that to God. All right. Send it to the Creator. You're good enough. You're worthy. All right. Maybe in the past it was impossible. You found it impossible to recognize your worth. But know that you deserve the blessings that are coming in. All right. You are really loved by your ancestors and by angelic energies. The universe is like it it the word that they give me is like it absolutely adores you. You're talented, you're filled with strength, and you have the abilities you need to turn your wildest dreams into reality. Whew. All right. Can I go to the next card now? I just want to make sure I gave the full message as intended. Your next card. Wow, you have something to do with music? You're an artist, my power ones? We got enjoy music, instruments, sound, and tone. I do feel like you're being beckoned to heal through music, and it's just amazing because the music I have playing right now is bamboo flutes, and gives me the same vibe. Listen to music when you need to relax, when you need a self-esteem boost, when you need to purge or let something out, just go out your system. Music is going to be very helpful for you, but I'm also hearing that you have work to do in music. Maybe you're going to find a new way to use music to heal people. Maybe you're going to put out some kind of song that's going to uplift the nation. Music is important for you, all right? This eclipse energy is going to have you really, really, really start to come into sync with different music. And I'm hearing different, not maybe could even be music you didn't see yourself working in or with or listening to. Okay, interesting. We have support coming through for you. So you're a caregiver. You're somebody who helps take care of other people. What you do in this world, this eclipse is going to show you that a part of your purpose is to care for others and to help them. And in the fact that you do that, you support other people, your ancestors are also reaching down to give you a helping hand as well. They're going to help you with that. Okay? So maybe you work with children, maybe you work with elders, maybe your work is meant to just uplift people who feel down and stuck and can't get out of their shadow, or out of depression or bad times. Something you do, could be your music, is going to really support people energetically, and you're getting help with that. Ancestral assistance. So now your last few cards of advice come from my homemade decks. My Ancestral Rhythms deck, my Ancient Ancestor Advice deck, and my The Ancestors Speak deck, which is a deck that I plan to eventually publish, but right now it's still homemade. Okay, so your first from the Ancestral Rhythms, you have Gang Gang. It says Gumbe, Igbo, 4 4 and 6 8. For those that don't know, gang gang is a term that came from the Bernice Johnson Cultural Arts Center initially, and La Rock Bay Dance and Drum Company, also with the School of Dance, also did gang gang, which people would call now interpretive dance. But for us African Americans at that time, that was African dance. And these are the rhythms that were born from it, which is a combination of traditional African music, Haitian music, and Caribbean music such as Afro-Cuban beats, usually played on congas. So your message says get back to your roots. Visit your home in physical and astral travel. So it's time for you to go home. Maybe you moved and you don't live where you grew up or where you were born. It's time for you to go back home for a minute, get back into that energy. And the second ancestral rhythm card says, E Komadenu. Komadon is a rhythm that is usually done by the fetish. Uh, I'm not going to go into the whole history of Komadon, but your card says animal spirits, ritual, and self sacrifices. So you do have animal spirit guides coming through. I see the elephant being one that's coming in for you during this eclipse. I also feel the scarab beetle as well. You may have a connection to Egypt. And I hear Tibet as well. I don't know. Okay. So it says it's a sacrifice when you give from the heart to others with no expectation for self. So it goes right along with the caregiver. You're someone who gives from the heart and you expect nothing for yourself. Ancestors want you to know they see the sacrifice you're making, that you make. And it's falling right on the Stargazer card. You're about to really, really, really get your just due. This spread right here is so promising. You need to be, my power ones, you need to be making plans like, all right, so I'm going to start working on this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this because they got your back. All right, ancestor wisdom, ancient wisdom, where a woman rules, streams run uphill. So tap into your divine feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman or any gender, because you're getting a divine feminine energy boost. And what that means is anything is possible. Anything. Anything you dream, you can create. And your last two cards come from the Ancestors Speak deck. The first one says, your career choice is being fully supported. Keep going. And the back of the card says, your ancestors say that you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. Wow. Confirmation for those that were wondering, am I on the right path? And then the second card is the song for the dance Lamba, for the griot. And it says, Ejelia, Analeke Jelia, which is pretty much thanking God for the jelly, for the griot, the historian of the tribe. And it says, the ancestors say to remember the lessons and blessings, for you must teach the history. So you are meant to teach what you've learned in your travels, in your life, in your work. So let's get your last two cards. We have Divine Order and the Prophet. Some deep cards. I swear, if you chose pile number one, I would love to know what it is you do. I don't want to tell anybody what piles I chose subconsciously. I always choose a pile and I try to keep it to myself at the end of the reading because I don't want to influence anyone else's choices. Like, I'm going to go with what she chose. Trust and believe, I don't know what any of these cards are going to say and what they are ahead of time. So, all right, with Divine Order, it says, you may be inadvertently sinking into depression because you believe the world around you is in disarray. So you're somebody who really, really, really feels the world, okay? You're an empath. With all its suffering, destruction, and war, the world can seem like a woeful place. Yet, as the saying goes, there's a time and a purpose for everything under heaven. Everything serves a purpose and has a reason for being otherwise. I'm sorry, but has a reason for being. Otherwise, that thing would not exist. Life is like a divine tapestry. Each thread is vital to the overall picture. However, being a divine tapestry, the overall design only begins to make sense when viewed from a higher perspective. Okay? So you're being asked they want you to realize divine order is only visible through the perspective of love. So just as the true purpose of things can only be known by the light of your soul, your world doesn't need saving, it just needs to be loved. So your purpose here and what you'll be discovering through whatever it is you do on this planet, your ancestors are saying you're here to restore love, true love on the planet. You're here to love unconditionally. I'm sorry if you hear snoring. My son is in here sleeping. He's snoring now. But you're meant to restore true love on this planet to get people out of the matrix and back into the reality of things. Okay? The true reality that all things can be healed with love. And as for the prophet card, they are saying to you, all unfolds in perfect time, and all you need to know is revealed at the most perfect moment. So be patient and trust for angelic forces are working in your life right now. They want you to feel the goddess within you or the God. Ask that energy to clear your mind so that you may hear the guidance within your heart. This guidance is going to come to you through feelings that stir within you, okay, that pull at your heartstrings. You're going to receive sudden inspiration when you least expect it, and this will lead to a most positive outcome. So be prepared for a pleasant surprise. And on that note, my pal ones, that was a dope reading. If you ain't subscribed already, please do, because I want to know you, pal ones. I want to be up in your vibration. And next time you come through, if you're new here, I will be more in tune with your energy. But that was an amazing reading. I wish you luck. You don't need it though. Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff. Your ancestors, like, we got you. Okay. But remember to subscribe and like the video. All right, let me move this over. So, pal twos, if you chose decision, your second card is ascension. Ooh. Okay. So, of course, I read those last. Let's see what's happening with you under this eclipse in Scorpio. So your first card is strength. Card number 2, the 10 of Wands. And card number 3, the 8 of Cups. Interesting. So what's going on with you with this eclipse in Scorpio, my dear pal number 2s? You're going to feel very courageous under this eclipse's energy. You're gonna feel like nothing could stop you, nothing could get in your way. Like, I mean, literally, you're wrestling with a lion here and you're winning. So anything, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, is what I'm hearing. You are going to overcome any adversaries, any challenges in your way. Now, one of those challenges is going to be feeling very overburdened. It seems to me that you take on a lot. Things you're passionate about, maybe family, friends, and stuff like that. You tend to take on the weight of everything. And all of these people around, they can help you. So this eclipse is going to call in your soul tribe, those that are meant to take away some of the burden. So you don't always got to be strong and always be the one up against everything. There's people who can help you. So you're going to get a little relief. This eclipse is going to give you some relief. But, and here's the but, for you to get this relief, there are things you have to walk away from. So with the 8 of Cups here, there's people that cannot stay in your vibration. There are people who don't see all of you. See how you only see this person's head? They don't see all of you. They see some of what they want to see and they use that, they lean on that, they rely on that, and they expect you to say the same. To the point where now you almost feel like you want to bury yourself because there's so much you've taken on. You're up to your neck in stuff. But I feel like there's a need to clean some people out your life, out your energy. Let me move this. Boy, sleeping wild. All right. There's a need to clean some people out your energy. There's a need to spiritually cleanse as well. It's almost like you're going to go within because this having to be strong all the time and carrying all these burdens for all these people, you need to go within for a minute. And then when you resurface, you'll feel so much better. Okay. But there are going to be elements, things you do, and people that you're going to have to walk away from. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we got. Thunder drum. So much with music. Is everybody in this tribe a musician or artist of some kind? Why are we all getting these musical instruments and stuff like that? You got thunder drum. And what this feels for me like, let me put that here. There's something very powerful about you. You see the lightning striking, and that person is just standing there like, ain't gonna strike me. Like almost like they're controlling it. It's like almost matching the strength card. There's a need for you to be assertive, to stand up. It's time for you to start saying, I can do that. I'm not going to do that. I will do that. I won't do that. All right. Don't be shy also about sharing your gifts and letting the world know about who you are, your value. You don't have to hide who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to step into your authority, your authoritative energy. This is who I am, and this is what I stand for. And that's it. And maybe even make a stand for others less fortunate. Take risk. Walk to the beat of your own drum is what I'm hearing. But this is not the time for you to step back, be afraid, step aside, let people. No, this is not the time for that. So it's a powerful time for you to really ground yourself and activate your strength, literally. So I think drumming will help as well. If you've never thought about it, think about it. Drumming is going to be something that's really going to help you get your energy into alignment and get you grounded, especially out in nature. I actually have one of these hand drums. You can find them cheap on Amazon. Get one of these bad boys and play. I feel like these kind of drums will be very helpful for you and give you like a powerful boost. That's the only word I could come up for with that, like a boost. Please don't fall. Okay, next card. You have the Hermit. Retreat and recharge. And maybe that's why I said the cleanse in here. There's a need to go within and to cleanse. It's a need to release some people. So you're being told that this eclipse is going to inspire you to release people, retreat away from social media, from socializing for a while, and really recharge your energy. Meditation will be powerful for you at this time. And I do feel like your third eye chakra is going to get a clearing if you really dedicate some time to meditating. A lot with nature with you. This is my nature pal. I feel like you're people who really heal when you are in nature. Okay, your next card. I'm trying not to take too long with each pile. I know I have a lot of people in my group who have short attention spans. And I'm not just saying that. People have told me. Okay. So your next card says, explore your creative side. Visualize, paint, and record. Didn't I just say, is this like all my light workers? Are y'all all artists or creatives in some way, shape, or form? Please let me know in the comments. So my pal twos, there's a need for you to get into your art. Maybe you're a visual artist. Maybe I'm hearing paint. you paint. I'm also hearing writing as well, but visualization is here and meditation. So perhaps visualization will help you a lot more than meditating. I do feel like you have an energy that's like, I can't focus for too long on this or that. And you got to get your ideas out. This is why you're being called to explore your creative side. A part of why you might feel antsy sometimes and unable to focus on things is because there's so much creativity inside you that needs to get out. Okay, drumming can ground that excess energy, but this is the way to really calm, and this is the way to really find that calm. Because this eclipse is going to have you really feeling, I feel like, antsy, my pal twos, really antsy. Okay, could even make you easily agitated with people. So watch that too. All right, and your grandfather's coming through. You have a kind of ancestral bond to your grandfather. If he has not passed on, then his presence means a lot to you. And if he is passed on, he is coming through now in this reading. The first one you think of is the one it is. One that you, I don't want to say spent a lot of time with, but that you saw yourself in. Maybe you looked at him and you felt like he looks like me. Or we're into the same things. Like I feel like this grandfather is creative as well. Like he's out here working in the garden and willing to plant seeds. And what he does for you in this lifetime is help you to get your ideas out and have the patience to see them grow. And he's giving you a helping hand in growing your ideas and your seeds, getting your visions out. He may even have drummed. I'm seeing a connection to the drum. Very interesting, pal twos. That gave me a chill. All right, we are up to my Ancestral Rhythms deck. So the first card you have is Foray. Forest Dance. You're safe. Spirits of your animal totems speak. Now that's interesting because the only animal that's come through so far is the lion. So, oh, but she is drawing a bull here. So perhaps the lion and the bull are animal totems for you at this time. Up, and we have a dove. So birds as well. Okay, but you're safe. They're really letting you know. It says it again on the back. You're safe. Your moves are being guided by spirits, so release control. Your animal spirit guardians are protecting you. Very, very nice to know, ain't it? And you have Congolese flavors. YouTube Congolese dancing. You may really find a liking to it. It's a lot of hips. I love it, honestly. Or Congolese music of the Congo. You'll love it. And it says, relax, unwind, go out and party, time to celebrate. So perhaps you're so burdened, 10 of wands in it, you don't go out and have a good time. They're saying this eclipse is going to give you opportunities to relax, to unwind, and to celebrate something. You're going to be celebrating something. Advice from the ancient Africans, a tree cannot stand without roots. So really remember where you come from. Remember your mentors, remember your teachers, remember your experiences. They're all a part of your roots. They're all a part of what keeps you afloat. And remember to ground. The word roots is making me think root chakra. So pay attention to your root chakra. Get out into nature and really ground your energy. Okay, it's a lot of working in the soil here, sitting on the ground, out in nature drumming. Even this artwork is being done outside, deep in the waters here. So fire pit, dancing around it outside. So it's a lot of healing you can do outdoors. And you have speak from a place of love to be understood, but say how you feel. Your ancestors are encouraging you to speak up, but with compassion. So there is a need for you to express some things maybe you've been keeping inside. These two here make me feel like keeping things within. And there's a need for you to speak up. Maybe you've said things and people take them the wrong way, or they get offended, or they think you're harsh, or they think you're mean. Don't worry about that at this time. They're saying have compassion, You don't want to intentionally hurt anybody, but you have to speak from your heart. You have to say how you feel at this time. It's detrimental for you. This eclipse is going to force you to. And then lastly, don't worry, be happy. The ancestors say you worry for nothing. Trust in the energy all around you. So, I mean, you have animal spirit protection. You got your ancestor coming through right here, like, hey, what's good? Um, you're wrestling freaking lions, so you are mad strong and powerful. You got all this creative talent. What are you worried about? Be happy. That's going to draw in more reasons to be happy. So now let's go to your last two cards of advice. We have decision, which I do feel like you're on the threshold of something that is going to make or break you, like some kind of choice or decision you got to make that is going to take you in a certain direction. And the moon, this energy is very important. And then you have ascension. Some aspect of you is spiritually growing. I'm going to get you some more insight from the book. I like this book, actually. It's very straight to the point. You have an important decision to make at the present. And the decision you make now will affect many around you for a long time to come. Boy, I guess I didn't have to look at the book because it's pretty much repeating what I just said. Okay. Be sure you know what you really want before you act. Take a few deep breaths. Take time out to clear your mind, and you will know. We are all part of one creation, energetically and connected, and therefore what affects one also affects the whole. Okay? So, but they want to remind you a positive effect can only be achieved by being true to yourself. The right decision is the one that sits comfortably inside your heart. Don't make your decision based on guilt or what you think you should do. Be true to you, for it's only by being true to you that you can be true to others. Dope. And lastly, trying to gain a higher spiritual state of awareness may feel like a long and slow process. Yet remember that a part of you exists always in a higher spiritual state. It is your true nature, the eternal light of your soul. There is no point trying to reach it, just as there is no point in trying to escape your physical reality. To ascend spiritually is to accept and love your physical reality. Higher consciousness means being fully present in each moment. Stop trying to reach it, and you may just realize you're already there. So you are really growing. Perhaps you're not seeing what you want to see, or maybe you thought some light was going to shine from the heavens on you, like, you have ascended to this level of being one with your angelic. No, that doesn't happen. You're already a spiritual being. You're already one with the divine. So you just have to keep that connection going. Keep that connection. And as you're doing that, you're ascending naturally. So maybe you go very hard at trying to stay spiritual, or working very hard at it. And they're telling you you don't have to. They've seen the work, you've done the work. Don't worry. All right, my pal number twos. Very interesting. All of these reads are going to be interesting because it's the ancestors. I mean, what? So if this is where we part ways, please remember to subscribe to the channel. That helps me keep this going, for free. And like the video so I know that it resonates with you guys. It also, when you comment and you like, it also helps me tap into the energy of those that are here most often and makes the readings a lot more accurate for you. All right, if this is where we part ways, you don't want to hear the other pals to see if they resonate as well, then peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. Pile 3. Here we go. Let me take a swig of water. All right, so pile number 3. Magdalene. And your second card is the Resurrection. Wow, interesting. I can't wait to see what these are bringing in for you this eclipse. Okay, well, of course, I check in with those last. So let's see what's going on with you. What is the eclipse energy around you? So first we have the King of Wands coming in. I'm already feeling Egyptian energy. Okay, I'm trying to get it to clear up. There we go. Egyptian energy coming in, so you may have a connection to ancient Egypt, my pal threes. The World. And the Five of Swords. Okay, so this eclipse energy is going to have you feeling very, very ambitious, like very highly passionate, um, focused, going towards what it is that calls you. You are entering a completely new cycle with this world here. You are going to feel like the world is in your hands, or you're going to feel like Aladdin and Jasmine, like it's a whole new world. That's just going to be your vibe. You're starting a new cycle, you completed one, and you are ready to go towards it. You're ready to move in. You are ready for passionate beginnings. You're just open off life right now. You're open off of whatever is coming in because you know it's going to be great. Now, we do have this Five of Swords here, and fives are tricky because they usually mean conflict or some kind of transition. With this Five of Swords, there may be, and this has been the case for a few, for I think power one, two, or was it two? Might have been both of them. There are going to be people you have to release. I am feeling cutting off people, cutting off habits, but really I'm feeling people and things that are conflicting with you. You see how the feet and the hands are swords as well? It just feels like you're going to be cutting out anything that's in your way because right now you are moving forward into this new cycle. You're not trying to let nothing get in your way. So you're going to be cutting a lot of things out of your life at this time so that you can move into this new cycle. That's what I'm getting for you so far. Let's see what else we got here for pile 3. Sweat Lodge. What a way to cleanse. I've never done a sweat lodge. They always look like a torturous cleansing to me, but people have said get visions and all sorts of things in sweat lodges. So I do feel like maybe that's something you could think of, my power threes, but I'm also getting, you may start getting messages through visions. All right. Maybe you'll be sitting somewhere, it'll just come to you. But there is a need to cleanse from the inside to the outer. All right. Purify, get clutter out of your space. Let go of objects and relationships that no longer serve you. Just go within and meditate. Talk to God and give thanks. And that's pretty much really straight to the point. Okay. Nothing else they wanted me to add to that. All right. Next card. You have the Shaman. Trust in higher forces. Okay, you have a lot of ancestral past lifetime connections, or maybe this lifetime coming through, where I see Egyptian connection. Now you have Native American connections coming in. I do feel like you have a lot of wisdom that you don't tap into. I do feel like you worry about time a lot. I might not have enough time to do this, might not have enough time to do that. This eclipse is going to get you to slow down. See how he's just flying forward, rushing, going towards what he wants. Yes, you're entering a new cycle. Yes, you're cutting off stuff that no longer serves you. However, there is a need to pause, cleanse, purify, meditate, and trust that you are being guided. Trust in the Most High. You have all the time in the world. All the time in the world. Okay? I'm hearing you may have a gift with herbs, so look into herbal remedies, even for yourself with purifying your insides. If you used to eat a lot of junk, you smoked, you drank a lot of alcohol, whatever the case, herbs will help you clear that out. Just don't overdo it, and you should be okay. Um, but yeah, they want you to trust that you have time. So you don't have to rush towards whatever it is you want. Keep your sights set on it, yeah, but take a minute now and clear away all the stuff that you had to cut away, because there's always debris left over from chopping things up and cutting cords. There may even be a little bit of something left still that you got to clear out of your energy. So you need to take the time to do that, my pal threes. I'm telling you all of y'all, everybody in this light tribe, everybody in this, all y'all light workers are artists of some kind. Begin writing now. So this is my definitely 100% my writers. Create, express, and inspire. And if you didn't know it, you a poet. You a poet and you ain't know it. I'm sorry, that was so corny. Okay. So you might rap, write songs, write poetry, write books, whatever it is, you need to start now, because there's aspects of yourself that you can express. There's wisdom that you have that you need to share. It's going to inspire other people, the stuff that you will write. If you never thought about writing, think about it, because your ancestors are saying you need to start it now. So I hope you've been thinking about it. Dang. Okay. Oh, shit. Excuse my language, y'all, but are you serious? You guys are writers. Words are your gift. If you haven't been using this gift, to have these two cards back to back, these are two totally different decks, might I add. This is the Ancestor Oracle or something like that. I don't remember the name. I'm at a loss for words right now. And this is what is this oracle? Oh, messages from your ancestors. Your ancestors are screaming at you to write. Ain't been nothing else I could say. This eclipse is going to move you to write. And if it doesn't, then you need to use this eclipse energy to start a writing project. I'm at a loss for words. I'm going to leave that right there. Jesus, begin writing now, and then writer. Unbelievable. Amazing. Oh, there's my miracle I'm experiencing today, because that is just a rarity. Okay. So, from the Ancestral Rhythms deck, you have Maracadon. It says, from a child to an adult, Maracadon is a rites of passage dance. And it says, a rites of passage you've gone through unbeknownst to you. Congrats. So you've been put through a test. You've been put through an up-leveling. You might not have realized it, but they're letting you know you passed. So congratulations. You up-leveled and you didn't know it. You also have the kinkani, which is the little baby Dundun drum. And it says, when you speak, it's felt in the solar plexus chakra. For those who don't know, that is the chakra that vibrates to the color yellow and is right above your belly button and beneath your ribs. And it says, it's felt in the solar plexus chakra by all who hear you. Oh, by all who hear. You don't have to be the loudest to be the most respected. So keep in mind, you are felt. Your words are felt. More harping on your words. You don't have to shout. You don't have to yell. You don't even have to speak for people to hear you and be inspired by you. Yeah, you better get to writing. Your ancient African ancestors say, a child is what you put into them. So maybe you work with children. Maybe you need to write a children's book. Maybe you inspire those who have children. I don't know. But I'm also hearing there is something with teaching. There's something with also your inner child. Okay? So if there's aspects of yourself that you had to purge, that you had to let go of, that you, to an extent, are still trying to heal from and trying to cleanse from, know that a lot of it is not you. A lot of it was your upbringing, okay? And that is something that you have to look into, and maybe something you can write about. And it says, time for some self-care, my love. Your ancestors are hoping you will take some much-needed time for self-pampering. All right, so use this eclipse energy to take care of yourself, to love on you. And oh my goodness, your whole reading has been synchronized, my pal threes. Scary. The end of one phase of life, a new beginning, which is exactly what the world card means. Your ancestors are sending you love and light as you level up, and I literally just said you leveled up, into a new phase of life. Wow, who are you, pal three? Oh. And last but not least, we have Magdalene and the Resurrection as your last two cards of advice. I will start with Magdalene. Okay, so it says, go forth and be true to yourself. Dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist, in a world full of dreams that stem from your heart, in oneness, love, and hatred, wonder and awe, softness and pain, joy and light. In the stillness, the unknown awaits, a void wanting to be filled. Step into it with courage and strength, like a budding rose reaching for the light. Love will lead you to greener pastures. Keep your pockets full of dreams, for life is a test of faith. Allow your light to shine. There is no beginning or end. There is only love. That was nice. And let's get you the resurrection. Okay, so it may seem like nothing is going your way at present. A vision, plan, or dream seems to be fading beyond your reach. Maybe that's why you're like rushing in. All right. Maybe you had an experience that left you feeling a little confused, disheartened. But remember that a higher force lovingly governs every event in your life. This is the light of your soul, which is full of infinite wisdom. The disappointment you might feel is your soul's way of helping you to reassess your plan. Your dream is valid and sound, and you deserve to see it fulfilled. All right? But actualizing your plan may take a change of plan or approach, which is why they're telling you to pause and go to cleanse and meditate and all that good stuff you need to do first. Okay? Check to see if the plan you have adopted truly aligns with your values and your heart. A new approach will soon become evident, an approach that will feel right, and it could be the writing approach, that will feel right in every way. So don't give up now. Keep an open mind, and you will accomplish all you ever hoped for. New inspirations are often born in the midst of despair, and sometimes we must surrender our old ways of thinking before a new way is possible. And on that note, my pal threes, what a freaking scary reading. And not in the sense that it was bad, but in the sense that everything was freaking matching. Whoa. I send y'all lots of love. I really can't wait to see what you write. Because if you don't write, your ancestors are going to come for you. They literally screaming it. It's something you're supposed to write. Oh, boy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. Like this reading if it resonated in any way. If you want me to stay tapped into your energy for future reads, I do have another reading coming up on Friday. It's Amina after midnight, 18 plus plus. So if you want to be in the mix in that read, make sure you add your energy and vibration to this channel. If you're not staying for the last pile, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. Last but not least, my pal, number fours. Liberation. And for those that are curious, I literally subconsciously chose 1 and 4 as my pals. I wish I chose 3. That was interesting. I'm choosing all of them. Let me stop. Okay, so pal 4, liberation. And your second card is, what is it? Miracles. Didn't I just say I'm experiencing a miracle right now? This is crazy, these readings today. Ancestors, y'all are doing it. I'm almost forgetting the new moon and eclipse ain't till tomorrow. It felt like it's happening already. So we got liberation and miracles. All right, let's see what's happening. What is this eclipse energy bringing on for you right now? 10 of Pentacles. Starting off amazing. Oh, man. Okay, I'm happy with my pal again. Let me stop. 6 of Swords. Every pal had an element like this in their layout. And the Sun. Wait a minute. This isn't the Sun. The 10 card. See this deck here. This means something else. Let me look at this really quick. It looked like the Sun in the middle, but that's not the Sun. I know the Sun, and that's not the Sun. Okay, let me see. Oh, wow. Even better. Well, just as good. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so my power fours. Here we go. Well, whatever you're doing at this time, this eclipse is bringing in wealth. Like generational wealth. Like your kids will be good, and your kids' will be good. Like money that is constant. So if you worry like I'm making money, but I don't know how long I'm gonna make it, and sadly, that's my inner voice sometimes. Like money coming in. Well, for how long though? They're saying stop that shit because you got the 10 of Pentacles. Like it's not gonna stop. This eclipse, the transformation that you're getting is prosperity. So maybe you're someone who struggled financially. Maybe you're someone who had a lack mindset. All of that is going to change. You're going to be shown something that's you're doing right. I see kids coming, babies as well. If that's what you want, you'll be fertile. I see a loving relationship where everyone is happy and comfortable and just free. However, it's always a however, right? The 6 of Swords are here. You have to leave some energy behind. And I'm fronting by saying energy. It's either people or like, I want to say organization, but it feels like a community. So it's either people, or a community that you are no longer going to belong to or be able to fit in. See how she's carrying a ram? It gives me the energy of like a sheep. Well, it is a sheep, I believe. Yeah. I just feel like you're a black sheep, or like you're usually very different from everyone that you've been around. And now you're being guided towards your soul tribe. But your journey may be a lonely one for a little minute, but you're headed to better days, better things. You feel like an earth angel energy, which is why a lot of people didn't really understand you, or they just didn't like you. But now you need to turn your back on them. Look at all the swords they tossed at you. They missed you every time. Keep it moving. You're being protected. You're being guided by forces unseen. Your karma has been cleared. Whatever work you've been doing, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And you have a scarab beetle. There's a strong connection to ancient Egypt. So a lot of my soul sisters and brothers in this tribe, we all share a common connection to ancient Egypt. All right. I really, really want you to know that you have the Wheel of Fortune, which means right now, karmically, you're at the top. Okay. You're going to be getting lots of money. But sometimes with the Wheel of Fortune, it continuously turns. In this case, you have a stable foundation where it's not going to turn. You have the 10 of Pentacles, which means you're at the top, and that's where you're going to stay. But you have to be willing to go forward without really knowing where you're going. Just knowing that you can't stay here. You've outgrown here. Okay? Your next card. Wow. You have the White Buffalo. Now, the White Buffalo usually gives me an energy of winter. where things might slow down. Maybe there's a need to rest, a chance to rest. Um, but the white buffalo looks like it's moving somewhere. So maybe you travel somewhere where you get a pause or a break during the winter. Whatever the case may be in the next 7 to 10 days under this eclipse energy, that's what I feel like you're going to be trying to figure out. It almost looks like the buffalo is pausing, like, okay, wait, where am I going? Or hold on, it got real cold all of a sudden. What am I doing? It looks like reevaluating. All right. Um, I'm gonna look at the book real quick, see what else they get. I don't know. I want a little bit more about the white buffalo. Oh, wow. It says abundance and security are flowing into your life. No wonder why it's right under the Ten of Pentacles. All things are possible. Balance and harmony prevail. You may be called upon to stand up for others, but you can do this because you have the support of many beings in the spirit realm. Wow. Very interesting. So yeah, there's abundance coming in. Now, I didn't get that when I first looked at it. When this card chooses you, it's an honor, for it speaks of a time of miracles and balance in all things. You are a channel for the greater forces in the universe. With their help, all is possible, but without it, things can be a struggle. Surrender to support from the Great Spirit. You do not have to do everything alone. So maybe that's why there's a slowdown, because perhaps you are in an abundant time, but you have to realize that you are going to have to make collaborations and partnerships. You can't do everything that you're meant to do on this planet. You cannot do it all by yourself. So I feel like though the winter is very important, that perhaps that soul tribe, those people, that community is going to be coming in at that time. Possibly when you're taking a pause, when you're resting, when you're chilling. Oh, by the way, those who may be interested, I will be traveling to Guinea this winter. So if you want to be a part of my soul tribe and go with me, let me know. $800 a week. But I think I'm only going to do 1 week for those that want to go with me, unless people really express two. So far, I have 2 people who are definitely going, and I want to limit it to 5. So there's room for about 3 more people. I want to keep it tight and close knit. All right. Shameless plug. If you're interested, comment below or message me on Facebook. Or email me at men@steamholisticarts.com. Your next card, oh my goodness, Wise One. Grow within your current situation. So I feel like there's things that you've gone through, my Power Fours, that have given you so much wisdom. So much wisdom. They want you to take this wisdom, these experiences, and use them to grow. All right. Use them to understand why you have to walk away from something or go forward towards the unknown, why you have to join forces with others to do the work you're meant to do. There are things that you have gone through that can bring clarity to the path that you're on. Birds are very significant. They just jumped out at me. I didn't even peep the raven or the crow down here. You may hear a lot of calls. That's drawing your attention to something. Could be just ancestors saying, wake up, or get to work, or get some rest. I see you as a night owl, somebody who does their best work in the evening or at night. You do need to get some sleep, my wise ones, I do see. Yeah. But there may be a situation you're in right now that you might feel like, oh, this is a little bit of a tricky one. I love seeing all this good stuff coming my way, but I am struggling with something I need to walk away from or move away from. And it's saying grow within the situation. So use this situation to elevate yourself. And somehow, some way, it'll lead you where you need to go. That's what they're saying. Your ancestors. They're vague sometimes. We have Mama Earth energies here, my Power Fours. Reconnect with Mother Earth, plant, garden, and harvest. So I do feel a harvest energy coming in for you. Butterflies are also significant for you. Okay. You got white buffalo, you got butterflies, moths even, crows or ravens, and owls, and sheep or rams. A lot of animal spirit energy here for my Power Fours. there is a need for you to get out into nature big time. Your energy in nature, it rises like tenfold. Wear crystals, I'm hearing. Butterflies are your ancestors, and also reminders that you're going through a transformation and being reborn. You should plant something. You have a green thumb. My powerful is you can garden, you can grow things that people usually end up killing, and you're in a harvest energy. Everything you've planted is coming in. You're reaping what you've sown at this very moment during this eclipse energy. So I do see you heading towards this abundance, this energy here, this wise energy. It just all feels like it's flowing. So continue to do whatever you're doing. All right, what else we got? Hunter tracking. So keep your eye on the prize. This gives me chariot vibrations. It feels like you got your eyes focused on what it is you want, and you're finding the best path towards it. And maybe it's something you've been aiming for quite some time, but you are right there now. That's why you're poised now to strike, because you're there. You're right there at whatever it is that you've been had your eyes set on for quite some time, is what I'm hearing. I actually want to peek at this one too. I don't know why I always do that. And then when I look, it's like says exactly what I just said. But sometimes I want to I feel like what I said is vague. And I'm like, maybe they got a little bit more in the book. Maybe I'm not seeing everything. Um, and then they show me like, no, you saw what we wanted you to share. And that is all. All right, let me see. Hunter. Hunter also makes me feel like you have deities or Orisha energy around you. First thing I thought of was Ochosi. If you don't know who that is, Google Ochosi and Elegua, pathfinders, crossroad guardians, pathway openers. Just that's the vibe I got. And they told me that's the message because I done flipped through the book twice and I could not find a page for that. So pretty much, I guess I said what needed to be said. Keep your eye on the prize. And this is making me feel like eclipse and new moon. So yeah, your goal is in sight. You're right there. Right there. And I do feel like you dance. Look at how they're balanced on the horse. So you may be a dancer. You may have a lot of balance, flexibility, or you need to dance if you don't. As the horse is flying, look at his hair. And this energy is just standing on it on one foot and still got their sights set on what they're trying to get to. So you reach your mark. All right, from the Ancestral Rhythms deck, you have Dundun Wolosadon, Break the Chains. Dundun Wolosadon is a dance that, I believe it was the dance of those who were enslaved or servants. Don't take my word for it, but that's what I was initially taught. It could be wrong. Um, so it says something has become an addiction or an obsession. To break free, you only have to change your focus. Wow, so maybe here you're focused on something you've been obsessing on, or something you're addicted to, something you're thinking about a little too much, and you need to stop obsessing over it or thinking about it. Maybe it's, I need to move. I need a new job. I need a new relationship. I need this. I need that. And it's something that's in your mind 24/7, or a person you're thinking about 24/7, or something you're worried about or you're doing in an obsessive or addictive way. And it's saying it's time for you to break those chains. Don't be obsessing over nothing. Maybe you're stressing out, always obsessing about money and how to make things ends meet. Let that go. Release that lack mindset. Then you have the rhythm heartbeat, which is a gang gang rhythm. Dum 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 dum. It's just literally the heartbeat of the universe. And your card says, become one with the rhythm of the universe. When you let go of control and connect to source, your life will flow. So there is a need for you to surrender control. Maybe you are trying to control a little bit too much the direction that you're going in, and it's time for you to just relax, relate, release, and let God do its thing. Sorry, I had a call coming through. Ancient ancestor wisdom and advice. A fool has something to say. A wise person, I'm sorry, a fool has to say something. A wise person has something to say. So know when it's wise to speak and when it's best to keep quiet, is what I'm hearing. Don't share everything. You don't always got to say what you're doing and what you're thinking and where you're going and where you're headed. And this goes right over the wise one. Know when it's the right time to say, when you have something to say is when you speak. Maybe you expose a little bit too much of what you're doing, what you're thinking, where you're headed. Don't do that no more. This eclipse is letting you know you got some big things coming in. Don't tell everybody. Okay? And it says, time to forgive. Please let the old shit go. Ancestors, be real. Your ancestors feel you give people more of your energy than needed. Let the negative memories go. So perhaps you do. You dwell on some things from your past that people have done to you, and it's hard for you to let it go. But this eclipse energy is giving you the strength and the power to move forward, to let stuff go, to cut cords. If you got to do cord cutting ceremonies, do them. All right. Look them up on YouTube. There's some guided ones. I actually do them with my patrons every few months. I like to do a cord cutting steam session. We actually do one. I might do one this November. All right. And the last one. You are on a wonderful journey. We are with you every step you take. Your ancestors say trust. You good. Your ancestors are ghetto. I'm kidding. Oh my God, this group of ancestors here, yeah, they are straightforward. So yeah, your journey is amazing. And just know that they're with you every step you take. Never feel like you're alone. Like here, might have felt like she was alone. She's not alone. You're not alone. Okay. So last but not least, we have your advice, liberation. I do feel like you're freeing yourself from something, or you're getting freed from some kind of mindset or way of thinking. And then you have, wow, I just noticed she has ram horns. Ram horns. I don't know if y'all are fire signs, Aries energy coming through. It's like these ram horns. All right. Third eye chakra on point 2. You're very intuitive, powerful, and more connection to ancient Egypt. Oh shoot, miracles. I forgot this said miracles, and I think that word came up several times in this spread. You got more third eye energy up here. So this is my psychic pile. This is my readers, people who should be in my 5-month program if you ain't. And opening up that third eye. Ankh connection to eternal life. Wow. Let me see your messages. Unbelievable reads today. All right, so this has a lot to do with that, what they're telling you to forgive and let the old shit go. Like, free yourself from the old things that you've been hanging on to. A person who recently hurt or disappointed you in some way is, from a higher perspective, a mirror for the hurt and disappointment that already existed inside you. Every event of your life every event of your life, regardless of whether you label it as good or bad, right or wrong, positive or negative, is just an experience which helps you to grow and expand your awareness of life. The hurt or disappointment you feel, while completely valid, is also an opportunity for you to grow stronger and more resilient, and for you to examine what it is that you love and don't love about yourself. It's safe for you to open your heart and trust in the overriding greater purpose of life. Listen to your heart and soul and be guided by your true inner voice, the one that says, I am loved and eternally loved. I am life. I am blessed. For now, love and accept yourself exactly as you are without wishing to change any aspect of yourself or others. Stand tall and empowered. Just be as you are. Through self-acceptance and self-love comes a newfound sense of freedom, which transforms the way you see and interact with the world around you. You are blessed. Wow. And miracles. To me, that was just confirmation of these last two messages. Says your determination, commitment, and perseverance is about to pay off. And All you have worked towards will soon manifest. Wow, that's reconfirming where we started. Unbelievable, these reads today. Okay. It will soon be time to celebrate your achievements. However, I said there's always however, you are cautioned not to get too elated. Thank the universe for all you achieve and keep focused. Do not lose sight of your original purpose and intentions. Keep keep in mind that all you do should not only serve you, but also those around you. In doing this, the universe will continue to guide you and offer its assistance. Visualize your work and influence reaching larger numbers of people. Imagine this happening with ease and only in ways that make you feel comfortable. It takes no more effort to think big than to think small. And remember that a miracle is always possible, no matter what situation you find yourself in. Amazing reading. I don't know what else to tell you. I really love the readings today. I want to thank the ancestors that always walk with me and all of us and give us these enlightening messages that help us to understand the things that we struggle to understand and some of the stuff that we already know. But it's hard for us to really see. Thanks for that clarity. I thank you guys for being here with me and for sharing your energy and your vibration with me. I hope y'all got some clarity, are able to really maneuver this moon's energy now a lot more better. A lot more better. Is that proper English? And on that note, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. Later, y'all.